even though there was no physicality, even though there was no physical harm, even though there was no physical loss, the actual expression of prejudice in certain circumstances could be a crime. So the offender didn't need to commit a conventional crime, such as a violent crime. The offender simply needed to express a prejudice in certain circumstances, and that would be a crime in itself. So what are those circumstances? And this is important to understand. Some people may think that using a racial slur, for example, is the crime. That's not actually the crime. The crime is only committed when those words, when that racial slur is intended to or likely to stir up hatred. It's when the slur, or whatever the words, the prejudicial words used, are connected directly with the intention or the likelihood of stirring up hatred. When you have those two things together, then you have the crime. It's a very subtle distinction, and it's not at all clear whether the judges themselves understand that. It's certainly not clear whether the juries understand it. It's not necessarily clear whether the police understand it. It's a very convoluted legal concept that what we call hate speech is using threatening or abusive or insulting language with the intention to stir up hatred or the likelihood of stirring up hatred. And if you get convicted of that in Scotland from the 1st of April, you could be facing up to 7 years in prison.